Good afternoon. So, I wanted to kind of talk about spiritual blindness a little bit, just to give you all some detail as to what someone may experience when they're going through some type of spell or witchcraft and they are blacking out and things like that. They blacking out, they somewhat can't even remember certain things that they have said, certain things they have done the day before, or even probably 5 minutes ago. Sometimes it'd be like that. It's that serious where they just black out. Sometimes a person can be driving and the witch or demonic spirits that are dwelling in them or around them, they are blinding the person to cars coming from whatever direction that they're looking at. I remember a time I looked before I crossed the road. My mom was in the car with me. I looked and y'all, I ran smooth out in front of a car, and this car could have very much hit us and probably killed us, because we was I drove onto a road that where they was going like 55 miles per hour, I believe was the speed limit on this road. So by the time I think that they got in that part, it probably went down to around 45. So usually if the speed limit is 45, they probably going 50 or 55, and they could have hit me. But I think this person ended up probably not driving that fast and ended up slamming on their brakes, and I just, pressed my gas, and I zoomed on up the road before they got a chance to hit us. And y'all, this startled me and my mom so bad. She said, "You didn't see that car?" I said, "I did not see that car at all." And it wasn't even in a blind spot, but I was experiencing blackouts from spiritual blindness. It's something that is in that stuff that will cover your eyes where you cannot see. Like, you can see, but you cannot see. It's like it makes sure that you don't see certain stuff. Like, it's always playing with a person's life. It's always playing with a person's life. It's always putting the person in situations where they could die or could almost die or something. And I think sometimes it actually does kill the person, because a person can die from a heart attack from a lot of the things that the energy from the demonic spirits and that those spells do, from what those spells do to people. A lot of forms of spiritual blindness can be, I think I've mentioned this before for sure. Whenever I mentioned that a person could misplace a lot of stuff, they could be misplacing things. They go to look for their things and they cannot find it, and it's probably sitting right in their face, and somebody else could go in the same place that they looked and they could find it, and they pick it up and they say, "You didn't see this?" And you like, "No, I did not see that laying there." That's playing a trick on a person's mind. It's also a form of gaslighting. Gaslighting is one of the favorite things of the demonic realm. Gaslighting and, tricking the person, getting the person to lose their mind. And that's what it's designed to do. It's designed to get the person to lose it, because they go thinking like, "Man, I know that I set this right here," and they go looking for it, they can't find it, and then they go back and look in the same spot and it's sitting right in their face. That's another form of spiritual blindness. I believe it's some kind of thing that they do where they put something over a person's eyes, or they cloud the person's mind and make them black out. And it's like a piece of the day is missing too when a person is under a spell. Like, a big hunk of their day is just gone, and they cannot remember any like details about certain parts of their day. It's just gone. It's like they just woke up and just stepped in this one space, and then they stepped over here, and then it's time to go to bed again, and they're like, "What happened to my day? I don't even remember anything that happened today." It can get that serious where they can go a whole day and barely remember anything about the day. That's a form of spiritual blindness. It's blinding a person to reality. It's like it puts the person in another world. The person feels as if they're in some other world. They're not here. They're somewhere else. And I feel like there's some type of entrapment too of the person's soul. Like, the soul is not even, it's like the soul is not here. Like, their spirit is not here. The mind, the will, and the emotions is somewhere else. And I believe that's what it has to do with, is an entrapment of the person's soul. So they are experiencing being in that entrapped world, and they are experiencing little bouts of being here. So they're in between worlds. They'll have a person where they're in between worlds all the time, in between the spiritual realm and in between the physical realm. Other reasons for the blackouts is because the person is being controlled by demonic spirits, and sometimes those things will take the wheel. Sometimes those things will take control over the person's movements, hand movements, take control of what they see. Sometimes it can control what the person see. It can control what the person tastes. It can control what they hear. Like, it can have certain controls over various parts of a person's senses when they're under some type of demonic spell. Okay, all spells are demonic because God don't control us, y'all. But yes, being under that, it can cause a person to black out. The demonic spirits a lot of times to take over, or the witch should be doing stuff to make the person black out. If the person's soul is entrapped in some type of other world besides the world that we in now, they keep bouncing back and forth between worlds in their spirit, and their spirit is getting jerked around, and it's, y'all, oof, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's one of the worst feelings in the world, I would say. And I don't think I've ever felt the worst feeling in the world, but if I had to guess, I would say that one is it, because of your spirit. You know, the spirit is sensitive. So for it to be jerked around like that is crazy. But yeah, y'all, I believe that's it. I believe that's it he wanted me to tell y'all. But yeah, hope you all have a blessed day, and I love you guys. Bye.